and everything changed since the last time you've been here?
I got lost big time today.
It's a little more confusing.
It's lots bigger and more buildings and so forth. It really has grown.
Yeah.
It was in the 80s when I came up here, and I was really impressed today, but it was kind of traumatic for an old man. Coming up here, I got behind an Amish funeral, and really slowed me down. The sheriff made them put headlights on the horses, and the horses got to bucking and kicking, and they finally, one of them broke a leg. The sheriff had to shoot the horse. Took me quite a while to get up here, and then I got lost trying to get in the parking lot.
Oh, gee.
But I had two beautiful girls hit me up outside, pick me up, drop me in here.
We treat our guests very well.
Well, I think so. I was really impressed.
So not only comedy, though, you do something else. What else do you do?
Oh, yes. I'm an auctioneer, and I'm a realtor, and a freelance writer, and an appraiser.
So with this market now, do you get a lot of jokes because of that?
Yes. While I'm out stirring around, I see lots of things that are worth trying to remember and trying to use.
There we go.
So throughout your entire life, what is one main thing that you want people to know?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I was kind of worried about that when it came in. I'd like for people to remember me as being tall, dark, and handsome. but I'm afraid these lights in the studio. The last time I was on TV, I had some people think I looked like a short, fat guy in a wheelchair.
The TV doesn't live up to real life.
Really know what they're doing.
Exactly. So when was the last time you performed before here at the show?
Monday night at Indianapolis.
So how often do you do this?
Oh, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. I sometimes more. I'm pretty much willing to go any place, anytime.
That's great. That's great. Do you make money? I know we can't pay you for this performance.
Oh, well, I'm going to send you a bill anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, once in a while I get lucky and get a little pay.
That's cool.
First time I ever did sitting down and stand up was at Morty's in Indianapolis, and I won the money. So I thought that was a good omen, so I thought I'd go back again, and haven't won any since, but I'm still going back.
Not a big deal. That's great. You said you're an auctioneer and everything.
Yes.
Can you show us a little bit of that?
Sure.
Let's act like they're gonna raise their hand and bid and everything. Our audience. So
all right.
We'll start at $100 bidding.
This is for one great night with Dave, dinner and a movie.
All right.
Am I buying?
You're not buying, no.
Because I was say we only had $2 bid. All right.
So,
well, I have $100. Who'll give 125, 150, 125. Now make it 50 here. Now 175. Thank you. Now 200 and 200. Anyone? And now 2. Thank you. Now 2 1/4 and 1/4. Now half. 2 1/2. Anyone? Now 250. Thank you. Now 75 and 275. Now 300 here. Now 3 1/4 there. Now 325. I've got 300, 3 1/4. Anybody else? Yes. Now half. I've got 3 1/4.
She bid the last time. You raised it up, and she bid again.
Well, that's
how much she
good.
wants you. She bid twice. She outbid herself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Well, we better just sell to her then.
Yeah, there we go. We got
Sold
a
to the young lady.
Wonderful.
You were a good ring man.
Yeah, that's what they do. I live near Auburn, so they have the car auctions. I watch that on TV, and they go, "Ip." It gives you this.
That is, ring men are very important.
Yeah, very.
Even if they're ring ladies, are called ring men.
Have you ever had someone mistakenly bid?
No, not really. We can tell whether they're bidding or not by seeing their eyes. We're keyed in on that, and I can tell before you bid whether you're
if you're going like this.
Yeah, you can scratch or anything. Won't make any difference to me.
That's what I'm always scared.
A lot of people are afraid of that.
I don't want to buy like a $500,000 car by sneezing or something.
If I had a $500,000 car and you sneezed, I would sell.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's been a great interview. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you very much.
He's going to be back after this
Glad
with some of his stand-up comedy. Welcome back, everybody, to BSU Late Night. Now, with our guest here, we'll have Brian introduce him.
Yeah, well, We got a big night of comedy. 30 minutes worth on BSU Late Night. We have our very own comedian, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Kessler.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here at Ball State. I've enjoyed myself since I got here today. Been a long time since I attended Ball State, and it's really nice. I really appreciate Shane and Brian, how nice they've been. They helped me across the street. There was some lady, as they was helping me across the street, some lady said, "God, that guy's fat." She says, "If he dies, they're going to have to work the casket factory overtime to make a casket big enough." And Shane and Brian, they turned to her. They said, "Mrs., that's not a nice thing to say. Dave's a nice guy. Besides, you give him a laxative, you could bury him in a shoebox." I'm sure glad they're my friends. They also told me that I am old and a little bit backwards. They told me all comedians that come here use wireless iPads, I think they called them, and said everybody's given $600-800 for one, but they sold me one today for $100, and I just tickled to death to have this, and it's wireless and everything. And they said when my Social Security check comes in, they'll teach me how to use it for another $50. That's the kind of guys these fellas are. They're good guys. If you haven't seen them before, you want to watch every show they do. I attended Earlham College first, and I wasn't there long till I made the dean's other list. In fact, about 2 weeks did me in down there. Earlham's a Quaker school, and this was back in the 50s, and I went to a football game. The cheerleaders, ladies all had real long black skirts down to their ankles, and they got up and cheered, "Struggle, struggle, fight ferociously, compel them to relinquish the ball." I quit school right after that. I went to a country school, and we cheered there, "Rah, rah, ree, kick him in the knee. Rah, rah, ras, kick him in the other knee." And I don't know, they had a bad cheer down at Shelbyville. I'm not sure where this will pass or not. They used to cheer down there, made everybody in Shelbyville mad. "Shelbyville, Shelbyville, you are it. SH for Shelbyville, IT for it." Is that legal? I had the record here at Ball State of getting more parking tickets than anybody that ever went to this school. But after paying them, I got my money's worth. I'd go down to the duck pond, and I'm an urban fisherman. I'd go down there and catch some ducks and fry them, and I had free eats for years. In case anybody at Ball State wants to know how to do that, tie an ear of corn to a fishing line, throw it out there in the middle, and start reeling it in slow. The ducks will follow that in. They won't pay attention to you. They're after that. And when they get up close, hit them in the head with a hammer. And all you got to do is fry them. Just real easy. I also urban fish for squirrels, but they're more wily. They sit up and look at you. So you got to get them in close, and I have to hit them in the head with a skillet. You got to have a little more surface. But you can get by here pretty well, and that's how I got my fine money back. I also had another experience here that didn't turn out too well. I was taking creative writing, and the gentleman is the professor, Dr. Larry Horney. And I called in to register for my next class, got a nice lady on the phone, and I told her, I said, "I want to get horny on Monday night." And she hung up on me. And I was never able to get in contact with the school here again. I really thought you'd gone bankrupt or something. I didn't know you were still in business till I got here today. But don't think that I didn't get educated. I spent the last 8 years studying fish feeding, and I got a master's degree. I'm now a masturbator. I'm a professor at our college, and if any of you like, I have a diploma mill on the side. I'll sell you a masturbator diploma for $1. All you got to do is help me out. I'll give you the degree you need. I did have another problem here. I was in a philosophy class. Big fight broke out. The question that was brought up at the time was, if a special ed student is late for a class, is it politically correct to call him tardy? I started to fight because they were talking about me. I was the student. And we never did settle that, but I won the fight. But I got thrown out of Ball State, so that was really the end of my career here. I do keep up on all Indiana news. I live down at Richmond, kind of out in the country, but I try to find out what's going on. And I found a good personals here in the Indiana. It Happens Indiana. That seems to be the paper I like best. This lady had an ad in there. She says, and I won't give her name because I don't want to embarrass the lady, but she was from here in Muncie. She ran an ad saying, "Please don't tell my mother that I'm a lawyer. She thinks I play piano in a cat house." I thought that was one of the best personals I'd seen in a long time. We had another guy from here in Muncie put in an ad, says, "Times are tough. I need work. I'd like to have somebody take me under their wing and teach me how to steal cars. Discretion is a must." I'd think so. You want to keep that a secret, but if you want to teach him, I can put you in touch, and he'll pay big money to learn how to steal cars. We had also an obituary I thought was interesting. It was Jonathan Jones here in Muncie. He passed away peacefully in his sleep, it said. He was the father of 3 children, 1 of each. Muncie is an interesting town. I've never even seen that in an obituary before, but Jonathan must have been a nice guy. I think you've probably read this in Richmond. We had the headline said "Pit Bull Violated," and actually a guy heard his pit bull making strange noises, and he went out to check, and a man was violating the pit bull. And he pulled up his pants, ran down the alley. I wouldn't think he'd have been afraid of anything, but he ran down the alley. The police have been checking into this, and they said they don't believe that he has any connection to the man who violated a horse at the county fair. But Richmond's got lots of action. Be sure and come down there if you can. Do you need, all right, okay, thank you. Let's see. Oh, we had a little old lady, a sweet little old lady, 80 years old. She was arrested for hollering out the F word in public. And her attorney defended her, and because it was clean, she didn't do anything wrong. What caused her to do that was an 87-year-old lady hollered out "bingo."
Hey!
All right, thank you. Glad to be here. Thanks very much.
Very nice job. Very nice job. One
was
more time
great.
for Dave Kessler, everyone. Oh, very good.
That
will we get
wraps
beeped out?
up our show. Show number 5 is in the history books.
Absolutely.
And we thank Kessler here for coming, Dave. And is there do you have a website people can find you on?
Yes, Dave at davekess.com.
Yep. Find him there. Do you post your performances and stuff?
Yes,
there?
I have some YouTube videos there, and dates of where I'm. In fact, I had a promotion there that I was going to be here today, and I'm real proud to put that on there. And I think we're going to put you guys on there.
Wonderful.
When we get this show back.
Thank you.
We'll do
And yes, be sure and go to Dave at davekess.com. Got a lot of interesting things there.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Traveling all the way up here.
No problem.
Absolutely.
Wonderful
Thank
job. Until next time, you can find us at bsulatenight.com. Have a good night.
We'll see ya.
Oh, no. No.
It really was.